All right, good evening. Welcome to C&T Collectibles. I am C.
I'm T.
And we're going to do a mail day here. I haven't done one for a little while. But time to catch up and take it out of the old mailbox and put it away into a different box that we'll never look at again. So
The ones that we already had box.
exactly, from one box to another box, so they'll never be seen again. So a few things that we've talked about, and we'll just show you some of our pickups here. And with prices the way they are, we don't have anything terribly fancy. I apologize in advance. But anyways, we like to show what we're getting and just put our money where our mouth is. If we say, hey, there's a player we're looking at, well, there's a reason we're looking at him. We probably got him as well. So, all right, we'll start with a few of the ungraded stuff, and then we'll move into some graded. And the first player, Gavin Lux, and this is the gold. So it is numbered out of 2020. And you might be like, oh, whoopee. But Gavin Lux was a 70 grade prospect, so we went over.
He was one of the top prospects for the Dodgers.
Absolutely. And so when we were looking at the spreadsheets for the 2021, we went back and did the 2020 to make some comparisons, and he was a very high grade prospect, 70 overall. And the only other player that's done that in recent years has been Vlad. That's up in the majors. Well, it hasn't worked out for him either. But anyways, everyone hates Gavin Lux, and so I think that is the time to take a shot because his prices are very, very cheap, unless you get shill bid like this nice seller did to me.
But if he has a good season next time, well, I guess we bought it.
He has an incredible hit tool level, and I don't think you just forget how to hit. And he's still 23 years old, 22 years old, and on a championship team. So they just didn't have a need for him last year. If he got off to a slow start, and then they just kind of said that's it.
This is kind of the time to buy it, but
absolutely,
because nobody knows if he might have a good season next year.
Correct. So that's why I'm looking at Gavin Lux. I wanted to do things with him last year, but the prices came out of the gate pretty high, and now they're nowhere near that. So you can pick up some pretty interesting stuff for relatively cheap. Now, a rookie that did come up last year and started producing right away is Mr. Bo Bichette. I like Bo Bichette, and I like X-Fractors, and so we have both.
One of the top prospects for the Blue Jays.
Absolutely. He's like the top. He was Vlad and Bo Bichette, and Bo Bichette looks like the man right now, so he looks like he's going to have the highest level of production if the projection systems are right in 2021 for the Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays are like, ugh. And in 2020, they're actually like, okay, that team's pretty
That's
good.
how you do it. That's how you do it.
They got Vladdy, Lourdes, Gurriel, Bo Bichette, and Hyun-Jin Ryu. Oh, I like that.
Kevin Biggio. This is the opening day. I got this one a long time ago.
It looks like
and I was a little nervous about it. So this is the Canada opening day. It's got the nice Canada border and all that kind of stuff.
And also on the Blue Jays, it has that little Canada thing on there.
Exactly. And I was a little worried because you can see that the corners aren't perfect, but I've never seen a perfect version of this card. It must be extremely rare. So I'm like, you know what? I'm happy to have the card. And we'll just
nice condition.
We'll just roll with it. And with the production runs the way they're going, so meaning they make more cards. In 2019 to 2020, you saw like 3 times the level of production. So let's say they made 5,000 cards in 2019. In 2020, they made 15,000. From 2020, from 20 to 2021, it looks like they doubled production. So the rate of growth is slowing, but you went from 15,000 in that our example to 30,000. So it's important to get numbered cards. And Bo Bichette numbered cards are pretty expensive. So you have to go to
13 of 250.
Yeah. So you have to go in. I mean, you don't have to, but for me, I don't want to spend a lot of money on cards. So you got to get a little bit creative. And here's the Bowman Best.
Unless Grandma actually won that lottery.
Right. Well, we're not going to count that one. So if you start looking at things like the Bowman Best, which if you look at the Sotos and all that kind of stuff, they're really picking up steam. And getting a nice numbered card, I think, will protect your card over the longer term. And one of my favorite releases of the year was the Topps Aoki. Steve Aoki X, and so
that is the dripping ice cream Bo Bichette numbered out of 77.
Blue frosting, so that's out of 77. I thought these were I thought these were really, really cool cards.
And that is a number 72
and the Bo Bichette is
77.
Yeah, he's pretty reasonable. So, all right, one of the players that's going nuts
Mookie
in
Betts.
Mookie Betts. So
I mean, he was one of the top
last year. This was a $100 card, and now it's a $1,000 card, and you're getting priced out.
In 1 year, it goes up $900.
It's insane. So one of the next best things you can get, other than his flagship, and there's probably something else in there, are the Bowman Chromes, and these are the first, so the Chrome, and you still get these for like $40 raw. And the nice thing about Chromes is usually those are all in pretty good condition. You don't have to worry about like the paper digging corners or anything like that. So like Mookie Betts, if you're looking for an affordable option, that Bowman Chrome is very affordable. Another guy, future Hall of Famer, I believe, Zach Greinke.
And that is his fake autograph.
Fake autograph, yeah.
And whatever it's called, Heritage.
Exactly, the Bowman, again, it's not Heritage, but this is the Bowman Chrome as well, the 2002. The seller, I feel kind of bad because I think they had it down as 2003 Zach Greinke.
It looks like Heritage
So-
because that's fake autograph.
Sure, so they, you're not wrong.
Background.
That is a nice background. It looks like he's on a farm. Very Kansas of him. So I feel kind of bad. Those are usually about a $50 or $60 card raw, and I was able to get that for about $25. I think the seller just had the wrong year on it and it got kind of slept on, and there it is. But Zach Greinke, future Hall of Famer. Grab those Hall of Famers while you can, and I think he's still affordable.
Going to the Astros really kind of helped him, and also
Didn't hurt.
And it also didn't help him.
Potential future Hall of
'cause he got
Famer
forced to
Bryce. No, he didn't. He didn't have to cheat. He's always been good. All right, Bryce Harper, rookie. He had a lot of rookie cards, so do something a little different.
Bryce
And
Harper was if he was still in the Nationals, he would have won the 2019 World Series.
well, you know what? He did say as soon as he got traded, he had like a slip up. He's like, I'm going to bring Washington the World Series. And they won the World Series, even though he was on Philadelphia. So Bryce Harper, rookie card. He's got a lot of different Chrome rookie cards. A lot of different cards either. He was so hyped coming up. So he's a ton of different rookie cards. But I like the X Fractors, and that one was pretty affordable at the time I got it. And I think they've gone up decently. The whole market's gone up. So don't confuse brains for a bull market.
Did they have Juan Soto back in 2018?
Yes, they did. That was he came up, I think, in 2017, right at the end, but or maybe it was 2018 or in the early part of 2018.
If Bryce Harper was still in that team while Juan Soto was on the team,
Who knows?
They would just be
Who knows?
unstoppable.
Who knows? All right.
This is the guy got traded to the Red Sox for
Mookie.
For Mookie.
For Mookie, I like him a lot. 25 years old, handful of war. He'll be 25 when the season starts. Honestly, his long-term prospects, I mean, he's going to have to play till he's like, 36 or 37 and just compile stats to do anything of relevance. But
the silver pack?
Silver pack, that's the blue, so it's numbered to 150.
78 of 150.
But the cool thing about Alex Verdugo, I mean, he's just a hitter. I think he'll be around for a long time. The Boston Red Sox, at some point, with Xander and Rafi, they'll get it going. And those are numbered out of something, 99.
Yep, yeah, 27.99.
Not numbered.
Is that what number?
But I like the pinks anyways. So his cards are cheap.
And the gold is numbered out of
2018, because it was the year 2018. So again, the long-term prospects for him, who knows? His cards are cheap, and there's a reason for it. But it's kind of fun to get the different parallels. And if something comes of it, then that's great. He's a good player, and we'll see how that goes.
And the next, not exactly.
Got to get Chard Chads. So the Sapphire Garbage Pail Kids came out, so I got to get a Chard Chad here, and that's the base.
I'd rather get a Peeping Tom.
Well, we can probably find those if they're in the Sapphire. And then some of the other, they're numbered. And I'm not worried about these holding it value. I just like the color. So that's all that is out of 99.
Puzzle piece, it looks like on the
yeah, I absolutely like the original one. And then you have to get the jersey color. So it's a green monster with a green sapphire refractor out of 50. Yeah, I saw some of the reds and the golds. I'm like, I don't care that much. The price that they're going at. So we'll give it a few years when the novelty wears off and see how it goes out. So, all right.
Here's the next one, Chris Bryant.
I understand. Not everyone's favorite. Not my favorite either.
He's one of my favorite Cubs.
When he plays, he's a terrific player. He's got an MVP. He was hurt in 2018. He had a shoulder injury. He was really good in 2019. Last year he had an oblique injury. So with him, it's going to be kind of about health.
I don't really know who to take, Anthony Rizzo or Chris Bryant.
Well, Chris Bryant, he's Javi, but Chris Bryant, just with the MVP, weighted runs created, he's a terrific bat. So it's about health. It's about health for him. If he can stay healthy for the next few years, I mean, there's something to him. Now, with the way cards are going, to get a PSA 10 from a player that has an MVP and that kind of a track record, to get it for $60, I think that's a pretty reasonable place to take a shot. I don't know. So worth it. All right, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette again. That's the goal.
Tom, this is the card I've bid the most on. I've never bid higher on a card in my life. I bid $6,387 for this card.
That's a lot.
I know. I was outside. We're in Minnesota, and my hands were frozen, and my phone was frozen, and the decimal point between $63.87 did not register, and I hit the submit bid. And those 15 minutes were a very long 15 minutes for me. Watching this thing go, it's like, oh gosh, someone could just try and just blow it away, and I'm going to be on the hook for everything. Now, fortunately, it only got up to like $80, so I might have lucked out a little bit on that one. But the Walgreens yellow, Bo Bichette, And yeah, almost regretted that one. Happy to have it. The price is fine. It was a little bit more than I wanted, but it could have been way worse.
That
So
looked like a gold.
no,
to me.
Walgreens yellow. So unnumbered,
I
but
got
is the
that
yellow.
Nelson Cruz.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, Ronald Acuna, his cards I think are still cheap.
And why is he pretending to be Lord Escurial?
Yeah, right. I love that picture. Not a lot of people like that picture. I really like it.
Lord Escurial are kind of like the.
And if you look at the pinks, these are like the affordable parallels. You can just see them in Juan Soto, Tatis. I mean, they're really going pretty nuts. Now Acuna has a couple different chromes with the pink parallels, but that's the one that I like, the update version. And again, happy to have that one.
Speaking of Juan Soto, I mean Bryce Harper.
Yeah, speaking of another guy that people, so I got this one months ago when I first started talking about the right. When I started talking about like the right fielders. So this was about a $65 card.
Exact stance.
So this is like a $65 card back in the time, and it's gone up decently since then. I don't think it'll ever get to, even with his MVP and all of his good seasons. I don't know if it gets to the point of like the Mookie, Soto, all that kind of stuff, because there were so many different Bryce Harper rookie cards. But I think at that $60 price at the time, and it jumped back down to that level again recently, but it shot up again. I thought that was a decent shot to take here. So, all right, we'll wrap it up with this next one went up like 5 times last year. 5x is what people would call it, right? And then recently you just can't find them, right? And recently I found one that came back to that level, and so I'm very excited to get some top loaders. 55-point top loaders. Yeah, these things, they went from like $7 to like $50.
And there's 3x4 thick top loader.
Exactly, 3" by 4". Yeah, so these were from $7 to like $50 for 25. You look at that. Look at the packaging.
And it says on the sides, it holds 2.5.
So these are for chrome.
3.5 thick cards.
Exactly.
Up to 55.
These are for my chrome cards, our chrome cards, and that's found it again for like $8. So that's probably my biggest pick. But look at the centering, no scratches. I mean, those are just mint.
Yep.
All right, yeah, all right, that's what we got. Yeah, don't take my Mookie. All right, that's what we got for you. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.
Bye.